strange to say we've long been wowed by a fighter who just turned 23 years old 11 days ago and is only 14 fights into his career. But it's Shakur Stevenson, and his rapid ascension to a featherweight belt has been outdone only by his incredible future stock price. Earlier tonight, he was with Max Kellerman, and he discussed his exit from featherweight and his move to junior lightweight.
Whenever I get to 130, I feel like I'm going to be the man in the division, and I'm going to take over the division. I think that it's not just Teofimo. You got Devin, Ryan, Tank. You got all them guys, too, and I just feel like I'm going to fit right in. And when you ask who I want to fight next, I say Berchelt. I really say Santa Cruz, but I think Santa Cruz fighting with Tank. So I think Berchelt will be the more fight that'll make sense. So I'll take that fight. And once I get there, I feel like all that's going to be over. I feel like I'm going to be the man of the division. I think none of them, like, nobody could beat me. I'm sorry to say, like, all them great fighters, I just feel like I'm on a whole different level.
Mark Kriegel, you must be loving this. When we had Shakur Stevenson in the ring, you said he should fight Berchelt in that. When we had Berchelt in the ring, you said, I want to see him against Shakur Stevenson. Now Shakur clearly is listening, Mark Kriegel.
Well, if you want to be a great fighter, as Shakur certainly does, you're obliged to take great risks. I know he's young, but this is not premature. Look what's out there. Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis with another promotional entity. They're probably going to fight each other. Lomachenko, who's probably more comfortable at 130 pounds, is going to fight Teofimo. That leaves Berchelt. It's not just the best available fight within Top Rank. I think it's the best fight, period, out there. And the winner becomes a new kind of star. You're minting a new star here. It's the best fight that could be made for both of them.
Yeah, it's a fascinating fight when it comes to the styles and knowing where both these guys sit with the lofty status they both have in the sport. All right, Tim, what's your opinion on what Shakur Stevenson's immediate future should look like?
I mean, Shakur Stevenson can pretty much do it all. He can do whatever he wants. But if I was guiding him, honestly, I would say, listen, son, you got 14 professional fights. That's all you have, man. I want to be able to go down, drive down to my dry cleaners and ask the lady, do you know Shakur Stevenson? And I want her to say yes before I just go ahead and just jump into the ring with all these other champions. Continue to build your resume, young man. You have time. I understand you want to be great. I believe that you can beat these guys as well, but make sure that it's worth it for not only for your career, but also for your pockets, young man. But he can do anything he wants. It's up to him.
So Tim says, if I was guiding him. Well, we have our analyst who is helping guide him. And Andre, I always feel funny asking you a question about Shakur's future plans rather than just giving you the chance to make a statement, so I'll have you do that. But I do want to ask you this, because I can imagine as he has gone up and he keeps becoming the star that he clearly is going to go to superstar level here, things have changed with how you counsel and advise Shakur Stevenson, and you look at the landscape of opponents. So what is it now like at this point to be one of his key counselors?
Well, one thing I've learned about Shakur over the last, 3 years is that, he's not just special because of his ability inside the ring. It's also his desire to want to face the best, as you just heard, and his vision for his career. And I've learned to trust that vision and trust what he sees. What he sees is simply him facing the best fighters in and around his weight class, of course, beating them and becoming an all-time great. And as an elder statesman in the game, I can give my opinion and I can, point him in the right direction. But at the end of the day, you're looking at a young fighter who wholeheartedly believes in his ability. So you got to know when to get out of his way. So we'll guide him as a team. But like I always say, he's got the final say. And I'm looking forward to what's next.